To me, Waldorf education is really sort of a holistic lifestyle. It's more of a whole soul education, thinking, feeling, willing, head, heart, hands, body, mind, and soul, all of those different things that are going to help us to develop appropriately. And so it's conscious parenting and bringing that conscious parenting into a conscious education. What are they really learning from the different ways that we're teaching them and the different things that we're teaching them? Sometimes it doesn't always look like people think it's going to look. Sometimes it looks a little bit like this. Or maybe a little like this.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not in the mood of the 50.
None of those things look particularly Waldorf, but that's okay, because sometimes our children need to learn more true to just what our family's culture is. In fact, always our children should be learning true to what our family's culture is, as long as that culture is a nurturing and secure culture that's going to foster a healthy growth environment for them in a developmentally appropriate time. So to show you that not all of Waldorf has to look like Pinterest in order for it to be awesome, I want to show you something perfectly imperfect, but perfect to me because I love it. These are my children's main lesson journals. So with their permission, we're going to go ahead and show you what they've done in their past work and what they're working on right now so that you can see what a real life main lesson journal looks like instead of...
This is our oldest daughter's first main lesson journal. So there's like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 different grades worth of work in here, because you're not going to use one up every single year. Not everything goes in here. This is just sort of your main lesson work summaries, or creating sort of a textbook of sort that your child can enjoy themselves and refer back to. Got a lot of nice letter forms in there. Our children love their letter forms. And we've even printed out a couple things for them before. You'll notice that there's lines on the pages. A lot of times that's not recommended just because it's a will building exercise to not have those there. This is just the journal that she fell in love with, and we were kind of new to things and just decided that that's not too big a problem, because one of our kids really benefited from having the lines. They were more secure as they developed their will enough to feel confident to use the online pages. Sometimes we go ahead and do the work on a different page though, and we'll glue it in like you saw there, or we'll cut it down to size so that it fits the journal. We still use gnome work. I think this is probably like 4th grade there or something like that, or 3rd, I'm not sure. They've used it also to summarize different field trips that we've been on. There's a letter form. They love those. Yep. And oh, we went to see the eclipse at a hot springs. That was amazing, being able to have that hands-on living education. Got some Loki in there. All right, next main lesson journal. This is our oldest daughter's 2nd main lesson journal. So this is mostly 6th grade work, I think. See, again, sometimes we'll go ahead and print something out for them. They do their own maps. Those are awesome. They also trace those sometimes too. I'm really happy with the great job they do on their maps. Got some science experiments in there, looking at the color spectrum. Some poetry. Good geometry fun. Yeah. And like I said, sometimes we'll just cut things out and put it in there. It's a textbook / scrapbook. They love to be able to look back and see their progression. It's just amazing to watch. And it's fun for them to be able to see too. This is our 2nd daughter's first main lesson journal, back when she was learning her letters. So cute. We used both Waldorf Essentials for that, and also we did some stories from The Wise Enchantress. They enjoyed that too. And she chose her beautiful red main lesson journal based off of the one that they talk about in The Wise Enchantress. And sometimes they use pencil and things like that. She was a little bit young for some of these things. We were still sort of coming to it and understanding things. You have to give yourself grace. She's done a great job improving her handwriting. It's really cool to be able to see those improvements. And we've been able to do some exercises with fingers to be able to help bring awareness to that. Head, heart, literal hands. more letter forms. I wasn't so sure about letter forms when we first came to Waldorf, but wow, they make a huge difference in their will, in their handwriting, and just it's really cool. It's really a soul growth thing. I see how that helps now. She's really into French, so some of this is in French as well. She enjoys learning that. And that's her first main lesson journal. You can see again, just improvement and fun. You can do all kinds of cute stuff, almost like a lap book. We've done pockets and all kinds of stuff in there. See, look at that handwriting. She go, girl. So sometimes their best work some days is going to be better than others. You've got to give them a little bit of grace on that too. I don't always do my best work every single day either. But we do try to encourage them to put their best work in here. This is a map she did, just awesome. She traced some of that. She did really, really good. Working on her watercolors and biomes. This is her second main lesson journal. There we go. And that's about as far as she's gotten in that one. More pullouts. She's come super far in her art this year, and it's really been amazing for her will building. She's actually taking lessons now, and I think that's been great for her. This is our third child. He's a boy. This is his first main lesson journal. He's got great handwriting for his age. Sometimes he traces over mine. Sometimes I'll write above it and he'll just copy below. Sometimes he does it himself. And the painting doesn't always come naturally to him as a desire, as like a big love. But when he sits down and really focuses on it, or I sit and enjoy it with him, and we make it a meaningful moment for each other, then he really enjoys it and puts his mind to it. He loves to do the letter forms too. Those are cool. So for better or worse, these are our children's main lesson journals, and I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of them and that you feel a little more confident in your own homeschooling. Have a great day. Peace out.